Definitely want to make sure all my vents are closed before I go by this plant here. Today's flight is going to be the same route as last week's video, only this time I'm going to be by myself. Since I'm already familiar with the route and destination airport, it makes things a little bit easier and there's a lot fewer unknown variables that I might have to worry about.
Tours downtown information, November 1250 Zulu, wind 350 at 10, visibility 10, sky condition clear below 12,000, temperature 5, dew point -4, altimeter 3029er, visual approach in use, arriving and departing runway 36.
Georgetown Tower, good morning, helicopter 142 Victor Alpha at Trinity with November.
Helicopter 142 Victor Alpha, Georgetown Tower.
Yes sir, I'd like to request a departure to the north via Alpha Taxiway with a turnout to the east, 142 Victor Alpha.
Helicopter 2 Victor Alpha, over taxi Alpha, taxiway advise ready.
Taxi to Alpha, advise when ready, 142 Victor Alpha. Tower helicopter 142 Victor Alpha is on Alpha, ready for departure.
Helicopter 142 Victor Alpha, depart north with a right turnout. Traffic King Air midfield, right downwind, run clear for takeoff, Alpha taxiway.
Clear for takeoff, 142 Victor Alpha. Alright, lights are right, RPM's good, gauge green. Roll her up. It'll be a little sunny on the way out there. The winds are out of the north. We're going to have a left crosswind. Luckily, it doesn't look like it's too gusty. We'll see here once we start getting out. Actually, not too bad. Cruise along about 75 and nice and smooth once we get a little altitude. I got to make sure to keep myself in check because since I'm a lot lighter, that airspeed can start to creep up. Like that wind's fighting me here. I'm going almost 80 knots. Got about 62 knot ground speed. So, God, it is just like glass out here. My goodness, this is awesome. Not gonna lie, I was a little bit worried with the winds, but can't be afraid of the wind all the time, right? I'll tell you, this early in the morning, this is the time to fly. Just hoping this weather keeps up. Got about a 2-hour flight ahead of me, so luckily it's kind of cool today, so there shouldn't be a lot of thermals or anything like that that's going to bump me around like there was on the cross country with my instructor. The only complaint is just that the sun's right in my face. I don't have any sun visors. Forgot my hat, and this crosswind's got me crabbing over pretty big time here. I'll pull a little bit more carb heat. Not super worried about my manifold pressure, just because I'm so light, even though I got full fuel. I just, with it being a little cooler, you'd be kind of paranoid about that carburetor temperature. Alright, we're on COM 1. Should be on Taylor's frequency. Oh, very nice. I just need to remember to switch that back. Switch that over to Caldwell once I get closer to there. Kind of nice having 2 comm units because I can just hit a button instead of dicking around with it down here and changing the frequencies. I can set it all up before I take off. Although that I haven't used the top radio before. My instructor said it was a little bit scratchy, so I guess we'll see. The nice thing is though, even though the winds are a little bit up there, it's not gusting at all. So I mean, it's nice and constant. It's just like riding on rails here if I was turned sideways in a train. So just to kind of, so you can see how much of a crab I'm in, I've got a true course of about a 100 to my destination airport, and I'm having to maintain a 080 heading. So I'm just kind of looking right where I'm going here. It's one of those things that you calculate in your pre-flight. And you have to keep in mind that, you know, the wind doesn't really care which way you're facing. Yeah, this is going to be kind of the last day that I'm able to get in a solo before the weather kind of gets bad over the next week. It's going to get windier and more chance of rain and everything, so it was kind of like a closing window. I'm starting to feel a little bumpy. Nothing I haven't seen before. You know, winds are one of those things, you're flying by yourself early on in your training, it's definitely given me a source of anxiety. Because winds are unpredictable. They can do crazy things. They can whip you around real fast before you even know what's going on, so staying on top of the weather and trying to predict that stuff is really important. Although I'm not really in a hurry, it's kind of a race against time as the sun heats up. Sun heats up these black fields. You know, they're going to end up causing thermals. Hopefully it's just this isolated pockets, and it's not going to be like this the whole way. Otherwise, it's going to be a real long flight, and I'm going to be pretty sore by the time I get there. Been kind of lucky so far. I haven't really seen any birds out, which is something you always got to be watching for on these windier days, because they like to just hang out. I guess it's not warm enough, not enough thermals for them to ride on. Another good wind indicator, I'm looking down at the little pools of water, and the side that where you can see the ripples, where it's smooth, that's where the wind's coming from. The only thing that's a bummer is the winds have completely shifted since last time we flew through here, so I'm going to be downwind of this high polluting Alcoa plant, so I'm probably going to deviate from my course and go around it to the right a little bit more, just give it a little bit more space. I don't know if I want to be flying through the exhaust of that thing. Definitely want to make sure all my vents are closed before I go by this plant here. Alright, so winds are pretty much straight out of the north, probably going to come in at runway 33. We'll let them know 5 miles out, even though I'm probably going to be talking to myself. Caldwell traffic, helicopter 142 Victor Alpha is 5 miles to the west at 1000 inbound, full stop, Caldwell. My radio is like, oh, here we go. There we go. 2.9. Caldwell traffic, helicopter 142 Victor Alpha is entering a left downwind for 33, Caldwell. Alright, I don't think there's anybody else out here. Game my spot, starting to get a little bit here. Car heats up, lights right, RPM's good, gauges are in the green. Looking right, center, left. Bending down to my base.
Now, I was planning on recording the whole trip, but I didn't end up having time to swap out batteries on the GoPros once I got to Caldwell, since there was another student that had this same helicopter booked right after my flight, and I wanted to be courteous to them.
There we go. Looking good, looking good. A little bit steep. Bring that altitude down. We're going to land a little bit long because we're going to the ramp here. Got to really be on top of my pedals.